Hi, it's Nick from Lake Geneva Meats with Pat from Geneva Lake Brewing. Pat, could you tell me a little bit about how Geneva Lake Brewing got its start?
Sure, Nick. My son and I homebrewed for about 6 years, and one day we were out in the garage making beer, and John brought up the fact that Lake Geneva doesn't have a brewery, and I thought I had retired from my previous career and decided that he brought up an excellent idea. So we started working on it. We've been shipping beer 2.5 years now.
Pat, could you tell me your favorite beer in your lineup?
Sure. I'm kind of an IPA guy, so I'm partial to a hoppier beer. And we run a range. We have 2 beers, Boathouse Blonde and a Weekender Wheat, that are kind of broad audience beers, nothing too crazy going on. We have an Oatmeal Stout, a Cedar Point Amber, which starts to get a little hoppy and a little malty. No Wake IPA is our best-selling beer, and then Implosion is, getting back to your question, would be my favorite.
Pat, could you tell me why you started putting the beer in cans?
Sure. We started shipping beer 2.5 years ago. We did draft only initially. We went to 22-ounce long necks, which industry name is called Bombers. Kind of a low-volume package. But early on, we knew we wanted to go to cans. Biggest reason for cans, well, 2 reasons. The can is much better for the beer. It's 100% UV protection, which a bottle does not do. A bottle does a UV protect, but not 100%. Secondly, it's a better oxygen barrier, so it's overall it's just better for the beer. Secondly, it's a more versatile package. It can go to the pool, it can go on beverage carts, on golf courses. And I used to be a long neck guy, but there's a big stigma out there about cans, but try it.
Pat, could you tell me a little bit more about what the Wheelhouse Series is?
Sure. About a year, 2 years ago, we decided that we wanted to have some limited run, higher gravity beers. Higher gravity is the starting point of a beer, which creates a higher alcohol level. The first beer we did was Implosion. It's a double IPA. Anytime you see the word double or imperial in a beer name, that means it's a bigger beer, higher alcohol level. And they're limited runs, so we run them once a year, limited quantity, and when they're gone, they're gone. And we'll do it again next year. Right now we have Implosion Double IPA. It's a 9.3 ABV, 85 IBUs, and we have an Imperial Cherry Stout that we did for the first time last November. We'll do it again. It'll come out late November this year, and it's 10.6, and we use Door County tart cherries.
Do you brew all of your beer here in Lake Geneva?
We do make all of our beer here. As you can see, we have a 7-barrel brew house. We have 3 21-barrel fermenters. And yes, every beer that we serve, other than an occasional guest tap, we do brew in-house. We use Breeze malt, which is relatively local. It's brewed in Chilton. The malt, the raw malt may not be local, but it's all malted in Wisconsin. And then we try to use Wisconsin ingredients as much as we